if you're already with us, I'm going to switch things up today. I know it's weird, but we're going to start in standing instead of sitting. Just trying to switch things up a little bit, have a little more freedom with how we teach the class here. So we're going to start in standing, and we're going to, you're going to want maybe your strap, if you have a strap, close by. And your blocks, if you're just joining us for the first time, maybe a couple yoga blocks. If you don't have those, don't worry about it. Don't let that stop you from practicing today. And I know it's super bright over here today. I don't know, the sun is just beaming in, which is lovely, but it's making it kind of washed out over there. So anyhow, I can't be sorry for it. It just is. We'll wait a couple more minutes to get started. Again, we're starting in standing this morning. Whoa, weird. Hope everyone's doing okay, hanging in there. Getting used to this, not really. So have to keep this in mind, this gratitude, not attitude. All right, if you're just joining again, we are starting in standing this morning. Novel. Another minute or so, we'll get started. If you are ready, you can just start to kind of settle into your space and your mat or your floor, wherever you are. Maybe begin to, let's just get started. I'm just going to start because that's where I'm going. All right, so again, starting in standing, I'm going to invite you to place those feet right under your hips, so the hip width apart. And picking up the toes, if that's available, spreading them wide, and then setting the outer toes down, and then drawing the big toe towards the center. And just for a moment, see if you can, if it feels okay to close your eyes, do so. If not, keep them open. And maybe begin to just rock side to side a little bit and see if you can find that centered space where you're right in the middle. So that you're not quite left foot, not quite right foot. And then maybe forward and back, so that you're not quite back and you're not quite forward, but you're right in the center. From that grounded place of our feet, we're going to start to lift the shoulders up, in breath, reaching up, out breath, rolling them back and down. So you can make this just, a mini shoulder movement, or you can start to get the arms into it where you're actually creating these kind of circular motions with your arms. Maybe one more or more if you want. You're welcome to keep going. Eventually we'll let those shoulders settle out of the ears. Ears rising from crown of the head lifting. Your grounded support from your feet all the way up. And even while we're here, we start to bring in our other senses, noticing the sounds of the room. Sound of the sensation of the air flowing in and out the tips of the nostrils. That cooler temperature is just to the back of the throat. A little bit warmer as it exits to your upper lip. Before we go into a breath practice, let's pause for intention. So bringing palms to the center into this other version of mountain pose. And just pausing to create that intention. How are you going to show up today towards yourself, towards each other, towards the planet, or something that it includes all three? All right, from here, we're going to dive the hands down by the sides, palms facing Up, inhale, reach to the sky. Palms maybe meet. Exhale, palms float down by your sides. 2 more, palms lifting, rising. Palms outward, drawing back down. 1 more. Let's bring our arms out by your side so that they're roughly parallel to the floor. And on your inhale, you're going to pull the palms up so you're pushing away. And then exhale, palms down. So those palm pushes. Inhale, exhale. If it feels better to just have the shoulders a little bit lower, you can do that. Keep strong through those legs. And last time, and we'll shake it down. And then we'll swing those arms forward. Same thing, on the inhale, you're pushing away, palms away, and on the exhale, palms down. Challenge yourself by keeping the eyes closed if your balance is okay and you feel steady enough to do that. Good, 2 more. All right, and then shake it down. All right, let's grab our straps or belts or whatever tool you're using, dog leash. All right, so we're doing our 3-way strap stretch already. As we're starting and standing, I'm just gonna switch directions here so that you can see me sideways. On the in-breath, rising up. Maybe you have space to go back all the way today, maybe not. Maybe not in this lifetime, that's okay. Just ask that your spine stays relatively long and tall. Maybe 2 more. I'm just gonna stop halfway. I feel like that's where I am this morning. All right, well, I'll meet back in the center. I'm just gonna turn around again, and this time take it up to the very top. In breath, out breath, off to one side. Take your gaze down towards that direction. Your next in breath takes you back up, and your out breath off to the other. One more. Okay, we'll meet back up at the top and release those arms down. We're gonna now take the strap back behind you for that last version. Feet are a bit wide, fingertips facing the back wall. Pull on the strap to open up the shoulders, and then bend at the knees and the hips to send your body forward. Arms could rest on your backside. They might be very comfy there, and then just draw the shoulder blades back. If you'd like, you can start to lift those arms up as your head drops down. Relax the back of your neck. 1 more breath. Good, start to bring the hands back down, and exhale, rise up slowly. All right, come back to center, and let's set the strap down for the moment. I'm gonna bring the blocks in now, so we're gonna do a little few mini sun salutations or modified sun salutations. So bring the blocks to the front of your mat, feet about hip width apart. Again, spread those toes out if they're not already, and then set them down, big toes down. Feel the grounding support of your feet. We're gonna float the arms up to the sides, in breath. Palms coming down by your sides, out breath as we fold forward. You can use your blocks if you'd like, or maybe you're touching the floor. Halfway up on the inhale, so I'm gonna go up to the thighs with that flat back. Exhale, finding your way down. So you can stop at your thighs, you can stop at the blocks or the floor. Maybe just rocking a bit side to side here if that feels okay. One more breath. We're going to bend those knees, hands to hips or thighs. thighs. Exhale, rising up. Palms outward as we reach to the sky. In breath, palms come together. Out breath, arms down by your sides. Pause here, mountain pose. Floating back up on your next in-breath. If you'd like to lift onto your toes, you may. And then out breath, heels come back down, folding forward, exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find your way down again. Take your blocks to any level, supporting your back as you know. If you've got, if you know it's safer for your back to be a little bit flatter, then stay flatter, stay higher. One more breath. You're gonna bend the knees, hands tips your thighs, exhale, rise up. Float those arms back up. Inhale, maybe onto the toes, maybe not. And then heels back to ground, arms by sides, mountain pose, one full breath. We're gonna add in a chair pose here. So rising up, let's go up to the sides again, inhale. Okay, we're gonna set the heels back down, sit the tush back, come into chair pose. Shoulders out of the ears. Thighs gently pressing outward, but keep the toes grounded. In breath, out breath, we're going to take it down. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, finding your way down. You can continue to make adjustments, rock side to side, or maybe it feels good to be still. One more breath. Bend in those knees, hands, hips, or thighs. Exhale, rising up slowly. Greet the sky, in breath. Heels back to ground, find mountain pose, one full breath. All right, this time, same thing, we're just doing it. Palms facing down, almost like airplane. Back of the neck long, find some ease here, one more breath. Swim those arms forward, chair pose. Woo, in breath, out breath, find your way down. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find your way down. You can make any adjustments you'd like or just stay still. We're here for 2 more breaths. When you're ready, bend those knees. Exhale, rise up slowly. Floating the arms up to the sky, maybe lift onto the toes. Heels back to ground, arms by side, one breath, mountain pose. Add a little bit more something in here, so let's go through the same chair pose. Inhale, rising, extended mountain. Heels back to ground, arms by side, and then swing forward, chair pose. And exhale, fold forward. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, or find your way down. I'm gonna invite you, if it feels okay, to take your left foot forward, your right leg back. So take your time getting there. I know this isn't a transition that we normally make, so back is still long. You're at those blocks, heel to the ground. If it feels better too, you could also be up on your thighs. That's an option too. Or any other furniture you've got around. One more breath. Great, we're gonna step that right foot back to the front again. Fold forward, 4 breath, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale your way back up slowly. Maybe lifting onto the toes, maybe not. And then we meet back in mountain pose, one full breath. For a little. Here we go. All right, here we go. Same thing, other side, but we'll start at the top, rising in breath. Good, out breath. Sitting back, chair pose, swing the arms forward. In breath, out breath, folding. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find our way down. Get your right foot forward, your left foot back into that very high lunge. Again, you could be lifted up. Really trying to keep the back elongated here, like I've got a ruler from that back heel all the way to the top of my head. One more breath. Okay, we're gonna step that left foot forward, a little bit of crouched legs. Exhale, fold forward. In breath. Out breath, we're gonna rise back up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, meet in mountain. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing, but when we get to our lunge, we're gonna rise up into warrior one from there. Here we go. Rising up. Heels back down, exhale, find chair pose, swing the arms forward. In breath. Out breath, find your way down. Halfway up, in. Find your way down, exhale. Step the right foot back. Get there with your own safety and time. Don't feel like you have to rush. Good. Get those legs steady. We're gonna start to slowly rise up. And I'm actually gonna lift the back heel, so it's gonna look more like we call crescent lunge. Soften the arms a little bit, add your mudras if you like. One more breath. Good, inhale, we're gonna reach to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna offer forward, so that nice flat back. You're gonna take the hands to the blocks. Step that right foot forward again, a little bit of crouch position so you can keep that flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Good, bend the knees, exhale, rising up. Reach to the top, extended mountain. Exhale, meet back in mountain pose. One breath. All right, again, here we go, other side, rising up, in breath. Out breath, settling back down, chair pose. Out breath, find your way back down. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find your way down. Good, bend the knees a bit, step your left foot back, coming into that high lunge. You can keep the back heel grounded as you start to rise up slowly, and then allow the back heel to lift off the floor a little. So we come into crescent lunge. Your hips are facing the front of your mat. Soften the arms, add your mudra that you like. We're here for 2 more breaths. Find some ease. Good, on your next inhale, reach to the sky. Offer forward with that nice flat back. Good, hands come down, either on your thigh or blocks. Step the left foot forward. Fold it, exhale. In breath. On your out breath, exhale, rise up. Meet an extended mountain, inhale. Heels back to ground, mountain pose, one full breath. All right, we made it through that series. At least I hope we did. I'm gonna set the blocks out of the way. Actually, I'm gonna bring one block in just in case you might want it to the right side. Okay, let's take the right foot, step it out. Take the left foot, step it out. And so we're preparing for warrior 2 legs. So back foot is maybe parallel to the short side of the mat. Right foot is facing the short side of the mat, and hips are in line with the long side of the mat. All right, here we go. Let's start in the center, palms in. Settle here. We're gonna reach up to the sky, in breath. Bend the front knee, out breath. Take your gaze over your right hand, warrior 2. We're gonna reach back to the sky, inhale. Come back to center, exhale. 2 more just like that. Back up, in breath, out breath. Good. Last time out, we're going to hold it there. Okay. I'm going to invite you to turn the palms up and just bend the elbows a little bit, maybe cup the hands a bit. Pressing through the outer back heel, maybe the toes of that back foot, just to keep the knee from hyperextending. Gaze is out to the right. One more breath here. Turn the back palm, face it down, take it down the back leg and reach to the sky. Exalted warrior, extended warrior. Soften the gaze, relax the neck. One more breath. Good in-breath, reaching. We're going to offer forward, exhale until that arm comes, forearm to the top thigh. Or if you've got your block and it feels okay, you can take it to the back side of that leg and put your fingertips on that. Left arm's going to start towards the front and we're going to sweep it up and over, sunrise. I'm just going to plant up here. And then sunset, we're going to stop halfway. Maybe that top arm is nestled up close to your ear, maybe it's up to the sky, maybe it's on your hip. It doesn't really matter, just choose consciously what feels most nourishing. Maybe let's take the gaze downward, so slowly take the gaze downward if it's not there already. One more breath. Reach through back heel, top arm. Good, we're going to exhale right back into warrior 2. Straighten that front leg for a moment. Take the back hand down the back leg, turn the front palm to the sky. Extended triangle pose. One more breath. Good, and then we're going to pinwheel all the way over right into triangle. So you're reaching forward with that front arm and it's either landing on your thigh, your front leg, or your block to the back side. So with this one, you really want to press through those toes to keep the knees from hyperextending. And then just keeping a nice open chest here. So don't go lower and then you end up kind of leaning in. Good. Take the gaze slowly downward if it's not there already for one more breath. Good. We're going to bend into the front knee and pinwheel right back into warrior 2, gazing out to the right. Good. Reach the arms up to the sky. Inhale. Palms come down the center. Exhale. Pause. Whew. Got through that side. Heel toe or hop it back in. Make any little adjustments. Find mountain pose. One breath. Reset. We got another side to go. Notice sensations running one side of the body versus the other. No judgments, just noticing. All right. Whew, we got into the side. So I didn't talk about this, but instead of a block, you could have a chair on that back side to catch you if you wanted. Again, that's the cool thing about doing stuff at home is you've got furniture. All right, let's step the left foot out towards the short side of the mat. Your right foot is also towards the short side. Right foot's more parallel. Hips are even with the long side of the mat. Here we go, let's meet in the center. Palms pressing, one full breath. Next inhale, we're going to reach to the sky. On your next exhale, bend into that front knee, warrior 2, gaze out to the left. Rising back up, in breath, straighten the front leg, exhale right down the center. We got 2 more on your own rhythm. Next time you make it to warrior 2, we're going to pause there. Gazing out to the left, flip the palms up, soften the elbows a little bit, maybe cup the hands a bit. Find some ease here for 2 more breaths. gonna turn the back palm, face it down, take it down the back leg, start to lift that front arm to the sky. I'm not just collapsing into the back, still strong through those legs, boosting you up. Find some ease here, 2 more breaths. In breath, reach from that left arm, offer it all the way forward, and you're either resting the forearm on that front thigh. It doesn't have to be down there, it could be up high, it could even be here. Or if you've got a block and you've got the range, you can take that hand to the back side. Start with the right hand down towards the left and sweep it up and over, sunrise. And then sunset all the way. I'm going to land a little higher here. Both shoulders out of the ears. You can always have this top hand resting on your back side. If you're looking forward, start to take your gaze slowly down towards the left. One more breath if you're still with me. Good. Inhale, reach to that top arm. Exhale, we're going to pinwheel back, straighten that front leg, take the back hand, right leg, and down your back leg. Reach the left arm to the sky, extended triangle. In breath, we're going to pinwheel all the way over to triangle, so both legs stay straight. You can stop left hand on the thigh, the shin, or that block to the back side. We've got this nice long line from arm to arm. Press through the toes a little bit here to keep those knees from hyperextending. I'm only saying that because I know I'm doing it. It'll also help you get strong through your belly section too. If you kind of grip through the toes. One more breath. Take the gaze downward if it's not. Good, bend into the front, maybe back in warrior 2. Almost there. Good, reach the arms to the sky, straighten the front leg, inhale. Knee back in the center, exhale, 1 breath to settle. All right. Woo, you can heel toe, settle it back in or hop it in. Make any little adjustments and then you find your mountain pose. 1 full breath. All right, take my time here. We are good. Let's bring in a little balance, because none of that was balance. It's all balance, right? So I'm going to take the block, if you're using it, to the right side of your mat. You can also use furniture for this. We're going into warrior, half moon pose. Half moon pose. Okay, so I'm going to show the block version. Usually we have our wall behind us, so you can have a wall behind you. Or you can hold on to the furniture. Okay, so I'll show you where we're going and then you can decide where you want to be. So I'll step the right foot towards the right side of the mat, coming into warrior 2. Let's start here in the center. Reaching up to the sky, span out, bend in, gaze over to the right. And start to take that right hand down to the block or your furniture. Lifting that back foot off the ground. Keep your gaze down today. Reach that left arm to the sky. So I could be up on my furniture in very much similar way. So going to the block makes it a little bit more unsteady. Steady breath, reach through that back heel. How much effort can you give? And then let go of a little bit of effort. One more breath if you're still with me. I'm cheating a little bit with my chair here. It's okay. All right, bend this, bring the top arm back to your thigh, bend the standing leg, and then reach that left foot back. Exhale, rise through warrior 2 if you're still with me. Meet back up at the top, inhale, right down the center. Pause for a breath. All right. Heel toe, step it in, shake it off, find mountain, reset. 1 breath. We got another side to go. Okay, have your props ready. Wall, furniture, block for this left side. towards that prop, whatever you're using as that prop. You're going to start here in the center. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, bend in, warrior two. Start to take that left hand down to your prop, whatever it might be, chair or block. Lift back leg up. Keep the gaze down today, if that's okay. And start to reach that right arm to the sky. Give me a little nuzzle to my tree here. One more breath if you're still with me, find the ease. Okay, bring that right arm back to the thigh, bend the standing leg, reach back with that right foot to come through warrior two if you're still with me. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, back to center, pause. All right, heel toe it back to center, make any adjustments, find mountain pose, one full breath. You did it. Yay! All right. Let's bring our blocks in. If you're using them, again, you don't have to. Taking them to the top of the mat. Feet about hip width apart. We're just going to do a little flow poses to get back to the ground. All right, here we go. Rising up, in breath, maybe onto the toes. Out breath, fold it forward. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, find your way down. Shift the blocks out of the way, start to bring my hands back down. I was trying to make this a non-wrist kind of practice, so no weight bearing on the wrist, but if you really want a downward dog here, you're welcome to send yourself to down dog. If that doesn't feel great today, you'd rather not put any weight on your wrist, just come right back to child's pose. Arms could be reaching for more of an extended. You can have your hands under your forehead, or you could take your arms back behind you or to the sides. If you're in down dog still, maybe making your way down to child or puppy dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Belly expands on your in breath, out breath, mouth open. Ready, hands to the sides, exhale, rising up slowly. All right, let's come, oops, going the wrong way here. All right, let's come to sitting, come to sit. With legs outstretched. I'm going to put a blanket under my seat because it just helps get my hips a little bit higher so there's not so much strain. All right, make sure my feet aren't too dirty. I'll stretch the feet out in front of you, hands down by your side so my fingertips are facing out. I'm going to press down through the floor, push the floor away from you, reach through the heels. And instead of letting the legs just kind of hyperextend where your heels are lifted, create a little bit of tension on the top thighs. A modified staff pose here. 1 more breath. Okay, we're going to keep this lift. I'm going to send the arms out to the side. We're going to start to swim and pinwheel so that your right hand comes to the outside of your left calf, maybe thigh, and the other arm reaches to the back wall. So I'll show this from the side just in case you can't get where I'm going here. If this feels a little bit too intense with this hand lifted, just bring it to the floor and give yourself a little support. Keep reaching through those heels, nice long spine. 1 more breath. Take that left hand back down to the floor. If it's not there already, we're going to reach the right arm up to the sky. A little bit of a side twist back bend here. In breath, out breath, come back to center. Maybe just do a little cat and cow here. Knees, exhale. Okay, we're off to the other side. So lengthen those legs. You're going to take them out to the sides, parallel to the floor. You're going to start to pinwheel to the right this time. Left hand comes to the outside of the right either calf or thigh, depending on how long your arms are. And the right arm is still reaching to the right. Again, if this feels uncomfortable for your back or just feels just too challenging or not nourishing to keep your hand lifted, then rest it down to the floor. Good. 2 more breaths. Good. That back hand, right hand is not to the floor yet. Bring it down and reach the left arm to the sky. I'm going to let that back elbow bend a little bit. Good. In breath, reaching. Out breath, come back to center. And then I'll do a little cat and cow here. Okay, from here, I lost my roost. We're going to come into a side twist. So bend your left knee. And you can either keep it right there on that side with about a fist worth of distance between your thigh and your foot, or you can cross it over the right. Some of you might like to curl that right leg underneath you. You can do that version, but your hips stay planted. Okay. You're going to reach the right arm to the sky, get length. Wrap it around, exhale. Hand comes to the outside of your thigh. Whatever version you've decided, the space from the collarbones out to the shoulders is spacious. One more breath. Make our way back to center. Cross that leg, maybe shake out the legs a bit. And we'll switch to the other side. So bend your right knee and either keep it on that side or you can cross it over, and if you like to double up that left knee, you can. So sitting up tall, I didn't clear out the belly skid last time, but let's do that. Left arm reaching to the sky this time. Wrap around the right knee, exhale, right hand comes to the outside of the right thigh. Spreading the space from the collarbones outward, belly is expanding on each in-breath. One more breath. All right, and then we'll be back in the center. Great. Let's bend the knees, just give them a hug around, full breath in and out, relax the head. Make it all the way to your backs now. So you might want blocks close by if you've got them. You might want something under your head eventually, just close by, but just for right now we're going to be doing some bridges, so either something really flat or nothing there at all. Just demonstrate a nice good roll down to the floor. Alright, let's bring those knees about hip width apart or feet about hip width apart. We're going to do a bit of a, anyway, it's a little bit new, maybe something that you haven't done with me before. We're going to reach the arms up to the sky to keep your back on the floor. On the inhale, we're going to arch the back, so just as much as it feels good for your body. So I'm lifting my, I'm untucking my tailbone. Good, so that's your inhale. On your exhale, you're going to flatten your back towards the floor, but keep your arms lifted. On your next inhale, we're lifting up to bridge. Keep those arms right where they are. Relax the jaw and pull the shoulder blades back towards the floor. Good. In breath. On your next out breath, we're going to meet back on the ground. Okay, keep the arms there if that feels okay. If it doesn't, you can always rest them down for a breath or so. Your choice. Okay. When you're ready, arms reaching. Inhale, arch the back, untuck the tailbone. On your exhale, flatten the back. A little bit of tucking of the tailbone. Next inhale, lift up into bridge. Shoulder blades pulling back towards the floor. One more breath. Good, we're going to lower all the way down. Rest your hands if you need, or just keep them lifted. If you're not lifted already, reach those arms. Inhale, untuck the tailbone. Exhale, flatten the back. Next inhale, lift to bridge. Good. Pull the shoulder blades back towards the floor. One more breath. Okay, getting back to the ground. Okay, just two more of these. Rest those arms if they need it. I feel like they're just like puppet strings right now, but that's just me. If your arms are not lifted, take them there. Inhale, untuck. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, lift to bridge. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades back towards the floor. Hold here, 2 breaths. Good, back to ground. Rest those arms if they need it. Don't follow me if it doesn't feel nourishing. All right, last one. Reach the arms, inhale, arch the back. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, bridge. Stay in bridge. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades back to the floor. 2 breaths. When you're ready, lower all the way down. Yeah, bring those knees to your chest. Open knees wide, rock a little bit side to side. And then as you rock to the left, next time, just pause there. Maybe hold for a breath or so. Like you're massaging that left side of your body. Come back through center. When you make it to your right again, pause there for a breath or so. Back to center. We're going to bring the feet back to the ground. If you've got your block, great. You can also use a folded up blanket or pillow to place underneath your sacrum as we lift up into that supported bridge. From here, if you'd like, bring one knee up to the sky, the other knee to follow. I'm going to cave out the shoulders a little bit so I have some support that takes pressure off my neck. If you'd like to lift the legs from here, you're welcome to. You can also do this just by lifting your legs off with back on the floor. You don't have to be lifted. Legs can be soft. You'll see my knees are a little bit bent. My ankles are just relaxed, so not real energized here. Belly breath. Belly centered breath. Two more breaths. Find as much ease as you can. If that means bringing your legs down, do it. All right. Eventually let the feet dangle, knees bent if they're not there already. And when you're ready, we'll exhale 1 foot back to the floor. That gets your belly strong so that you don't hyperextend your back. Next exhale brings the other foot down. If you're on a surface, take it out from underneath you. Bring those knees to the chest again. to the floor. Let's go into thread the needle on your back or pigeon on back. So cross your right ankle over left thigh. And wrap the hands around the left thigh. Bring that thigh towards you. That might be your version. You can stay there. My preference, just for myself, is to bring my right hand to my right knee and my left hand to my right foot. And then I can adjust that knee, kind of rotating my leg in or out depending on my hip. You got to choose what feels best for you. If you've got a wall in front of you, you can always put that left foot on the wall or a block or some other piece of furniture. Send your tailbones a little closer to the ground, and next time you exhale, relax your jaw, shoulders. If you'd like another breath there, please keep hold. We're going to reach the left leg to the sky for a breath or two. When you're ready, point those toes and that foot back to the floor. Keep the right leg crossed over. We're going to send it all the way over as though you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. So I needed that block. You're going to let the legs drop off to the left. For those with osteoporosis or osteopenia, maybe just using a block to stop the block halfway. If it's not a worry, you can go to the floor. Take your right arm out into a half T. Take your left hand to your right side belly. That space where your belly meets your hip. I'm going to invite that breath in to that hand, that left hand space. One more breath. Make it feel nourishing if it's not. Right arm back in, exhale those legs back up to center. We'll uncross. Recross on the other side. So left ankle to right thigh. Grasp around that right thigh or grab on my version. Left hand to left knee, right hand to left foot. Relax the jaw, the eyes, the shoulders. And send your tailbone a little closer to the ground. If you're ready, we'll take the right leg and extend it towards the sky, reaching through the heel for a breath. When you're ready to dismount, point those toes, send that right foot back to the floor. We'll cross the left leg all the way over as though you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Take the legs off to the right this time. Use your blocks or supports to catch you. Left arm out into a T, right hand to that lower left belly space. Breathe in, feel the belly space expand, and as you breathe out, shoulders, jaws, ease. One more breath. We'll exhale the knees back up to center. Good. All right. Take the legs out wide. We're heading into windshield wiper. So feet out wide, knees are bent. As the legs drift off to the right, you're going to reach your left arm up. I'm actually taking my right hand to that lower belly space. So again, I can breathe into that area. It's really kind of this full expansion from arm to the top of the hip, down to the knee. Come back to center if you're not there already. Take it a little bit slower, head off to the left and reach through the right. You're always moving at your own pace. I just might invite you to just take a pause as you're extending. Back through center. Off to the other side. Maybe one more to each. If you're like my husband, he has to have even numbers, so if you need another one in there to make it even, please do. Alright, you bring the knees to the chest, maybe just making little circles. Or if you like what do I call them? Egg beaters. Or if there's anything else, this is your playtime. So have a little playtime. You might like half baby, strap assisted or without. You might like bows and arrows, which is where you bend in one knee and straighten the other. Butterfly, just breezing through some possibilities that you might like. Maybe a butterfly with support of the thighs, hands to the belly. Let's have a little free playtime, whatever your body is calling for, before we head into our relaxation. Certainly make your way into relaxation if you'd like. I'm gonna, of course, stay in sitting, just so if you see me there, don't think you have to be in sitting too. That's just where I like to stay while you are all resting. You can set up your legs with a bolster under them. And there are now 8 of you here, if you're regulars or not. You can have something underneath your knees to support your back. You can put your legs up on the furniture, if that's allowed in your house. Or you could just lay legs flat. Lots of options. Message me if you're unsure. You're still playing, start to find your way into relaxation. Shavasana. Just getting the chills today, so now wrap around. All right, I'll take us through a brief guided relaxation. We'll rest for some quiet, and then you'll start to hear the bells chime. 1, 2, and 3. If you're feeling a bit anxious these days, or a little angry or heated, having something over your eyes, like you could use, part of a blanket or the sleeve of your sweatshirt. If you don't have an eye pillow, so that can be really, it might be calming and soothing. Just try it out if you haven't ever done that before. All right. Eyes closed or open in a steady gaze, your choice. Start to smooth out the skin of the forehead, all of those thinking, planning, and worrying muscles. They don't have a place here right now. Everything is sinking back to the earth. Space between the eyebrows softens and broadens. Eyes are heavy, head is heavy as your thoughts begin to dissipate. Into the jaw releases, space between the teeth. Shoulder blades, everything just settling to the earth, completely supported. It helps you to let go of your thoughts whenever they arise. Imagine they're inside of a bubble and then you just pop the bubble and it disappears. Your awareness immediately coming back to wherever you feel the breath moving in and moving out. You have nowhere to be and nothing to do. These next few moments are yours. breath becoming a bit more conscious. That full breath in, belly, ribs, chest, and a full, slow exhale. How slow can you go? Getting any mindful movements if you haven't already. Maybe curling in fingers and toes on an inhale, exhale, release. That kind of tensing up everything and then let it go. Rolling wrists or ankles, rocking the head side to side. Taking your time, maybe a cat stretch or a dog stretch before you bring your knees to your chest. Rolling onto one side, pausing wherever you are in your transition to recall your intention for your day. How are you going to show up today? Coming back to sitting whenever you can. Or you can stay there if you're planning on just taking a little nap now. All right, we'll meet in sitting whenever you get there. We're coming into Hakini Mudra this week, Hakini. So fingertips coming together, so you're creating that little soft ball shape within your hands, all fingertips touching. Not enough to blanch the fingertips, just enough to create a little bit of pressure there, just enough. Start a breath practice just to get us into this, and then I'm going to call and repeat perhaps a loving-kindness meditation. Eyes can be open or closed, your choice. So we'll breathe into a count of 4. So let's breathe out, breathe out. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top, 1, 2. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That feels too long, please shorten it. Again, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Pausing 1, 2. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more just like that, and I'll be quiet. You can continue breathing like that if you like as I call out this meditation mantra. May I be free from inner and outer harm and danger. May I be safe and protected. May I be free of mental suffering and distress. May I be happy. May I be free of physical pain and suffering. May I be healthy and strong. May I be able to live in this world happily, peacefully, joyfully, with ease. From Hakini Mudra, coming into palms together, Namaste hands, or one hand over the other, which is Hajraya Mudra. And bowing to a place within you where you recognize gratitude, acknowledging at least one more thing in your life to be grateful for today. Very long. I hope that it is. We'll come to an end, sending out gratitude beyond the walls that you're in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Palms coming together, holding on to that gratitude real close, at least for the rest of the day. All wants to seal the deal, join in from home, send me your vibration, or don't. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Slow breath in, tone. Breathing in, breathing out. Namaste. To the moon, to the sun, and to the earth, and to all of you, thank you so much for joining me today. That's it. I'll leave a link for this shirt if you're interested, Gratitude Not Attitude, in the description. And thank you again for any of the donations that you're sending in. I really do appreciate it. All right, I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Peace in.